Nier Automata, the game with psychotic killing androids and robots. What's not to love, right? Wrong. Hey guys, what is up? Narcissist here from RLP Projects coming to you today to really question the popularity surrounding Nier Automata and to give my personal thoughts on the game. Now, these are just my thoughts on the game, guys. My opinion will most likely, almost absolutely won't match your opinion, and that's okay. We are all entitled to our own opinions. Now, having said that, I think the game is trash. I have not played a modern JRPG that I have truly hated more than Nier Automata. I know my opinions are not very popular, but I had to put my 2 cents in about this. Now, there were some good things about the game that I will delve into first here before I rant on the game, but the good is very, very limited. Now, let's delve into the good things, guys. Alright, there were some good game plots in the game, like finding out the aliens were dead along with the humans was the only enjoyable aspect of the story to me. It was a truly ironic moment finding out that these robots and androids had been really fighting for nothing. Next, a couple of characters were able to make an impact on me. I enjoyed how good-natured Pascal was. This truly made me believe that these robots could have emotions. I also enjoyed Ninus's humor. I really liked him up until the point where he went all psychotic towards the end. Finally, the art style for this game was quite beautiful. I did enjoy the visuals for this game. It is a shame that the rest of the game could not have been as beautiful. Okay, boys and girls, let's get to the ranting, because now it is time for the bad things in Nier Automata, so buckle up and let's get to it. First thing, and I have to just get this out of the way, but I just could not get past robots and androids having emotions. I'm sorry, but I just hated this. I couldn't understand how robots and androids could have emotions. It bothered me so bad that I eventually looked it up to see how this was possible. I discovered that their advanced AI or artificial intelligence led to them having emotions. For me, having to look up such an obvious question that people are surely going to wonder in a game is ridiculous. They should have had a part in the game that went over this. Next on the list, guys, I did not like having to play through the same story twice, even if it was as two different people. It was more or less the same experience until the end where you learned some different things such as the humans being dead. This plot point seemed obvious to me. Never once did we see nor hear from mankind, so I highly suspected this from very early on. I feel like they could have just included this info into 2B's playthrough. Then guys, you have the characters. I have never met such a bland cast in a video game. The character development was trash. They would move 2 steps forward, then 10 steps back. This is greatly why I had trouble with the whole robots and androids having emotion thing, was because they acted like robots all the way up until the end of a character segment, where they then tend to go absolutely insane. These machines either had their switch on mellow or insane. Then you have Pascal, where it was the only one that acted most human, and then it ends up getting killed in the end along with pretty much every other robot and android. It was trash. I feel like this is why most people like the game, because it is a dark story about psychotic robots who kill each other and live a lie because they can't validate their existence unless they do.
Nights. Oh no. To be. No.
Yeah, that there is a bit of Ninus's regression. I just hated it. The game felt redundant to me. There was just no point to continue on.
And here you are. I know you two feel the same. That this world is utterly meaningless.
Exactly how I feel about this game. There was no happy ending to be had because the androids can't be happy without a purpose in life. They are incapable of finding their own desires in life and living. They can have emotions for some reason, but not really desires that keep them living? Huh, that just doesn't make sense to me. I felt bad that the pause at the end brought them all back to life, considering the fact that they are all just going to be miserable, psychotic killing androids. Finally, I was not into the bosses or really any of the enemies in this game. Adam and Eve was pretty cool to fight, but the rest of the bosses and enemies were really bland. I mostly shot them while standing back with the pod. It was the most effective way. This was a shame because the combat style was pretty neat with the dodge mechanic, customizing your pod with different types of attacks, the different weapons that you could find or purchase. It could have really been a neat aspect to this game. In conclusion, I really had a horrible time with this game. The internet hyped it up to be such a masterpiece and fell quite short of my expectations. I believe people just love dark stories, and that is where a lot of the love for this game comes from. Some of the plot twists were cool, but I felt like they were at the same time predictable. I'm very disappointed, Yokotaro. But those are my thoughts on the subject, guys. Feel free to tear me apart in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That's all for today, folks. So until the next project, guys, take it easy. I'm out.